I'm getting goosebumps right now talking about it. Well, I'm in Frankfurt. It's like I said, it's my home race. It's pretty much the race I grew up with. I never thought I could start and having bib number 1. So that's really, if I think back like 10 years ago, I would have never believed. So that's a nice thing. Having the feeling from last year is definitely a good thing. And my first triathlon race was when I was 11 years old. It was a little kids race, 100-meter swim, 4K bike and 1K run. And I come from a swimming background, and yeah, I could directly win this one. And I think that's when triathlon caught me. So I've never lost the passion and love for the sport, and the training is done, the work is done. I think I'm in quite a good shape. Yeah, well, the finish line in Frankfurt is one of the biggest and most special ones in the world, I think. It feels like a little uphill, but as soon as you come on the red carpet, you won't feel the pain anymore. I'm getting goosebumps right now talking about it.
Frankfurt is a bucket list race, so I'm fit and I feel like racing. I started triathlon when I was in Lanzarote. I worked in Club La Santa, and they have like multiple small events there on the island. And I went to Lanzarote because I needed a change. I've been playing golf up until then, graduated from high school, and then discovered triathlon and got hooked. In 16, I then did my first full distance. From that day, I knew this is where I belong. Like, long distances where I feel like I can be a part of it. I think we're all here with the same goal, and I think that it only inspire all of us to go faster when we have a strong field. I really truly believe that we will have a good race here. I love the process of the sport. I love any process, really. And I love to see how I develop. I love to see how far I can get. And I just want to make the very best version of myself.
I wouldn't say I want redemption here. It would be nice to have a great race. My very first Ironman was Frankfurt, and then I did it the following year. It went really quite well until about 700 meters to go. I wouldn't say I want redemption here. It would be nice to have a great race, but I didn't circle it and say, I must redeem myself. Nothing that dramatic. I love coming to Frankfurt. You get through these small towns on the cobblestones, and you get all the spectators as you go up the hill. There's just so much energy that you get from the crowds. Crossing the finish line, the last 100 meters, whether you're winning or just covering the distance, feels really similar. For me, it's how well have you executed on the day, got into triathlon and decided that this is something I can do. That's absolutely my family, where most sane people would say, what are you doing? Use your university degree. But my family said, listen, if you want to try it, go for it. We totally support you. Yeah, I really give them a lot of credit for letting me live out a dream.
One of the goals for Sunday is it's a flat fast course in the run, is so to run a marathon PB. I chose to come over to Europe. There's just so much racing in Europe. You've got so much choice in your racing. Yeah, the European Championships fitted nicely into the schedule, so yeah, really excited to be here. Yeah, so obviously I'm used to being out the front and having people chase me, so hopefully I will have some company. There's a couple other strong swimmers. There's Lauren Brand in the field, so maybe we could work to have a gap around from the rest of the field. But yeah, I know there's strong bikers, so yeah, I'm always used to having people chasing me down. You always kind of hope the day that you do stay away and don't get caught. Yeah, so I'm in New Zealand. It was a close race. I was close to the win, so it made me hungry. I was like, oh, so close, and I feel like I haven't done my best marathon run I feel like my run has improved, that I can run faster. So it's one of the goals for Sunday is it's a flat fast course in the run, is so to run a marathon PB.
Oh, hi! Welcome to my small German hotel room. I did my first half in 2015 and then watched Kona at the end of 2015. I was like, just remember being glued to the TV watching and just got so excited about it. 2016 was my first year doing full Ironmans. And yeah, it's been a bit of a roller coaster, I would say, the past 8 years. Yeah, it's been amazing to see how much the sport has changed since I started. And I feel like these past 7-8 years, like, gotten so much faster. It's super competitive and it's definitely different getting out on the course. You're never the one chasing, you're being chased. I don't have the strongest run, so I know that I need to have a good, strong bike combo in order to be in the mix. Especially here at Ironman Frankfurt, there's a lot of really amazing cyclists, like super strong cyclists. Hoping I can be up in the front on the bike too, so that when the run comes, maybe there's a little bit of a gap. I can try and run as fast as I can to just be in the mix. Like, that's my goal for this race. I just want to be here in the race, and yeah, so we'll see.
You know, we're not all out there racing thinking, oh man, like, good job. Like, no, I want to beat you. And what keeps me going is just the possibility of improvement and the possibility of being better. And, you know, we're addicted to, like, hopefully having that perfect race and breakthrough opportunity. Yeah, I mean, 2019 was interesting. I didn't know I was winning the race until a kilometer before the finish line. So it was just so many emotions, and obviously pure joy and happiness and disbelief. I think female development in Ironman and in sport has come a long way in the last few years. And I think just people realizing that women are engaging and competitive and fun to watch as well. I think women getting their own day in Kona last year was incredible. You know, we're not all out there racing thinking, oh man, like, good job. Like, no, I want to beat you, and I want to joke about how I'm going to beat you before the race, and even though I'm not joking. Probably in a long time before an Ironman, I feel fit, but I don't feel, you know, just totally destroyed and tired. So I'm excited to see how I feel on race day and execute my race. You know, the big ladies are here who love this race to make it competitive. Like, I think it's going to be a fun race, and I'm glad there's so many women to battle it out with on course.
This Sunday I will do my first long distance. In 2017 I had a really heavy open heart surgery. I got an electric shock and ended up in the hospital. After countless tests, they found a few rare heart defects. Since I was born with these defects, I don't know that I have these defects, and it was a sinus denosus defect. One of the first questions to the doc was if I was be able to do sports again. He showed us a photo from another patient with a similar surgery. It was a photo from an athlete at the finish line from an Ironman. That gave me hope. My first race after my heart surgery was the Ironman 17.3 in Vichy. And this Sunday I will do my first long distance Ironman here in Frankfurt. I tried many nutritions, never felt really good, and then I found Morten. I use Morten because it's really good for my stomach. That's the reason why I always use Morten in races and on Sunday as well.
If the universe wants something really hard, everything can happen. Last year was a crazy year for me because after the pandemic and a lot of troubles with no working as a professional triathlete and as a flight attendant, that's my other job, I really thought I need to find another path to go. But then I changed coaches and he showed me what's into my little body and it's a lot. Now I know what my body is able to do.
yeah, just getting into a new path, it's always a good thing. The biggest motivation for me is to see what my body is capable of. I love the bigger distances, to stay really focused for hours, being in trouble with myself and with my mind and with my body telling me to stop, and then trying to continue and just keep pushing. And then when I cross the finish line, I think it's like crazy cool what a human is capable of. Now I'm feeling really healthy, really fit. I believe in wonders, I believe in special moments, and I believe that if the universe wants something really hard, everything can happen.
And the 3 words I would describe triathlon with is power, heart and dedication. Oh wow, yeah, I always wanted to race Frankfurt. It's always been one of my bucket list races, but unfortunately it has never fitted into my calendar, or I've been injured or sick. But this year it fitted very well, and I'm healthy and I'm ready to race. My very first like triathlon was in my neighborhood actually, and it was a disaster. I remember the swim and I was terrified. I was swimming underwater, trying to avoid all the crowd, and still it was a little race and it was just a sprint one.